Game 5 now between the Bizarros and the enemies. The Bizarros took the first two games both in a walk-off, but then the enemies came back and tied up the series 2-2, and now the winner of this one game will move on to the championship series. Meatwad pitching Derek Jeter, and that one's fouled away to the left. And the sinker is swung and missed for strike 2. Now that one's hit out toward the pitcher. Meatwad throws over to first to retire Jeter. A-Rod swings, and that's over the shortstop, and the left fielder's on the way to get it. A-Rod is going to second base, but now there's a rocket throw, and that one is missed, and it's sitting there, and A-Rod is running home, but they're going to throw home, and they get A-Rod out at the plate. What a play there. Here's Bonds. And that's hit past the second baseman for a base hit. And Bonds on his way to second, but now the rocket throw comes in, and Bonds is going to go toward third. He's going to make it there. Oh, no, he doesn't. The rocket throw gets him at third. Holy moly. Weird inning there for the Bizarros, but no runs scored. And Mummy leads off against Roger Clemens. That's over the head of Jeter. Mummy will turn to go towards second, but now he's going to go back to first. He has a leadoff single. That one's fouled away to the left from Carl. Now the sinker is drilled out to left field, but Bonds is there, and let's see, this Mummy, he gets back to first in time. Here's Ghost, and that one is hit, and Jeter has it. It's a double play, out at second, out at first, and after one inning, it's 0-0, even though it was an eventful 0-0. Here's Albert Bell. Now he hits it high in the air out to center field. That looks like it might get out of here. Maybe it's going to be off the wall. It's off the wall, and the outfielder throws it in. Bell back to first base. That was a very long single. I think he could have made it if he would have ran the whole time. But there's Cobb, and he gets a base hit over the second baseman. And Albert Bell on his way to second, and they throw a rocket throw, and the ball's never coming down. Albert Bell's going to score. Ty Cobb, he stops at third, but now he's running home, and they throw home, but he goes back to third. So after some weird throws, the enemies take the lead 1-0, and now it's Cap Anson. That one's hit out to shortstop, and they double up Ty Cobb with a nice throw. It's a double play. So Pete Rose on up with no one on, and that one's hit out to right, and they've got it for out number 2. And it's 1-0 enemies. Ignignok now facing Clemens. And that one is tapped toward first. And Pete Rose has it. He tags the bag for the out. Swings, and that one's hit to second base. And another quick out for Roger Clemens. Danzig takes the ball outside. Now he taps that one towards second base. They throw to first. And the Bizarros are retired. And Meatwad pitching to AJ. That one's hit toward first. They tag the bag for the out. Roger Clemens has to stay in the game. Throwing a shutout right now. And there's a little blooper. And nope, the right fielder does get there in time. And Clemens is retired. Jeter hammers that out to left. That's going to be a home run. And the enemies are on top 2-0. Now A-Rod taps it toward first, and it's fair, and it's going to be extra bases, maybe, if they don't, but they throw the weird throw. Now A-Rod's on his way to third, but he goes back to second, so he's got kind of a double, I guess. I don't think the throw mattered, but there's Bonds, and he swings and misses at a slow one. That one is ripped out to right field. Let's see if the fielder's there. He's got it for the out, and the enemies are up 2-0. And Turtleface is up. He taps it toward first, and that's taken for the out. It seems like everyone is just tapping the ball toward first. Here's McPeepants, and he taps it toward second, and that's taken for the out. Now Meatwad is going to come out of the game, and the Bizarros are going to put Oglet in the bat. He's going to be a little better off than the pitcher, and he taps it, and that's caught by the first baseman. They just keep hitting it toward first base or second base, and the fielders are always making the play. Now Master Shake comes on for the Bizarros. And Bell hits it past the second baseman. There's the throw in. Bell returns to first base, but he's got 2 singles already. Now Ty Cobb, he scored a run in the first inning. Or maybe he drove in a run, kinda. That one's fouled away to the left. There's a slow ball, and Cobb swings early and misses. Now the super slow ball, and he keeps swinging, but it's going to be a strike. No, it's not a strike. Swings again, and he hits it out toward third base. The shortstop is under it, and that's the first out of the inning. Cap Anson fouls it away to the left. That one is hit. That might be a double play. Out at second, and nope, Cap Anson beats it out. So it's runner on for Pete Rose. He fouls it away behind the plate. Let's see if the enemies will run. Anson is fast, but Rose taps it towards second base. They tag the bag for out number 3. Mummy, the leadoff hitter, up for the Bizarros, and that is a sinker, swung over and missed. Now Jeter takes that one. He throws over to first, and Mummy's retired. Carl hits that one out to left center. It's going to get down in the gap. I think Carl's going to stay at first base, though, but he's got a 1-out single. Ghost taps that foul to the left. Now a pop-up, and AJ is there. The runner needs to go back, but it looks like he's going to get back in time. It's a super high pop-up, and there's out number 2. Ignignot, base hit maybe. They might be able to get the runner at second. Oh, they get the lead runner, and it's a put out for Albert Bell, and the Bizarros are retired. AJ now batting against Master Shake. That one is tapped toward the second base. Oh, it's missed! AJ now heading towards second, and the right fielder is slow to get it. He throws the weird rocket throw, and now AJ is going to go all the way home. And maybe they throw home, and AJ's saved. The enemies lead at 3-0. Roger Clemens misses on a super fastball. And another one for strike number 2. And there's a tapped foul. And another one. Yep, they cannot get it. So another foul. Good job by Clemens here to wear down the pitcher. That one is popped over to the first baseman. And the Bizarros are going to have to change pitchers as Master Shake wears down quickly. They'll bring in Boxy Brown. There's a super fastball for strike number 1. And another one. Let's see if he can strike him out on that third super fastball. No, it's hit, and it's a base hit over the head of the shortstop. Jeter on his way to second base. Now the rocket throw, and that one's out toward right field, and Jeter is on his way to third, and he's going home, and the rocket throw misses home, and Jeter scores. It's 4-0 enemies. Here's A-Rod. That one is ripped foul to the left. And a super fastball for strike 2. Oh, barely missed with the ball just outside. Now A-Rod hits it toward third. They rocket throw over to first, and there's the second out. Bonds. There's a tapper past the first baseman. It's extra bases for Bonds, unless they can actually throw an accurate throw. But no, Bonds heads toward third, and he ends up going back as they throw the ball in. Albert Bell's been on base twice already, and he taps that toward the shortstop. They throw the rocket throw, and it misses, and Bonds is on his way home. Now Bell back to first after they throw to second. It is 5-0 enemies in the top of the 5th. Now it's Cobb, and he pops it toward the shortstop. And the runner is pretty close. He collides with the runner, but the shortstop still makes the catch. It's 5-0 enemies. The Bizarros up with They need to get some runners on, and there's finally a base hit. Is safe at first with the leadoff single. Let's see if they run, and he does. And Danzig swings and misses. Steals second easily. Runner in scoring position. And that one is hit past Jeter, and scores. Danzig is on his way to second base. He's there with the double. And the Bizarros are on the board. Now Turtleface hits that out to right, but that's playable for Albert Bell. He's got it, and the runner is doubled up. Terrible base running there. Here's MCP Pants. And that one is hit toward first. They tag the bag, and the enemies are out of the inning, and they still lead it 5-1. Boxy pitching to Cap Anson. There's a super slow one, and fouled away to the right. Now Cap Anson hits that one deep out to left. Let's see if it's going to stay in the ballpark. It does, and the left fielder has it. He demonstrates his throwing arm for no reason. Here's Pete Rose. He fouls it away to the right. And a super fastball for strike number 2. And another one, and Pete Rose strikes out. Boxy is getting tired, but they're going to have to get through the inning. And then AJ pops it out to right, and that one is caught by the right fielder. The Bizarros now, they're going to bring in the Insano Flex to bat. He swings over a sinker and misses. Clemens has only thrown 23 pitches. Unbelievable. There's another sinker for strike 2. Now a fastball tapped. Foul. AJ didn't move for some reason, but he could have had a chance at that one, and that's tapped foul as well. Now another foul. Insano Flex is staying alive. That one's tapped toward first. They pick it up, which actually would have went foul, and now Insano Flex is on second base with a leadoff infield double. You don't see many of those. There's a sinker swung on miss by the Mummy. And there's a tap foul to the left. Now a sinker, and Mummy fouls it out of play. And another foul. Mummy hits that one out to center field. Cobb is there. Insano Flex safely back into second. No chance there. Here's Carl. Swinging a nice outside fastball for strike 1. Now Carl taps it foul to the left. Nobody's going to get that one. But 2 strikes already. There's the slow pitch fouled away. Now Clemens strikes out Carl on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Ghost fouls it away to the left. Now Ghost hits one over the head of Jeter. That's going to score another run. Ghost is heading towards second base. Bonds picks it up, but Ghost goes back to first. And now Ignignok batting for the Bizarros. There's a tap foul to the right. Now Ignignok hits one out to right. That's going to put the Bizarros within 1. It's a home run, and now they trail it only 5-4. Swings over the top of a sinker. And now he hits one out to right. Let's see if that one stays in the park. No, it's a home run, and the Bizarros tie up the game in the 6th. That's their 4th run of the inning. And the Moonanites are at it again. It's 5-5. Danzig fouls it away. And another foul. There's the sinker hit toward third. They throw to first, and they do just get Danzig by a step. But a big inning for the Bizarros as they tie the game. Now they're going to have to bring in Dr. Weird. He's the last pitcher they can use. And Clemens will stay in the game. And there's a base hit past the second baseman. Now it's super slow, rolling to the wall, and the center fielder's not getting it. Clemens is at second with a double, and there's the rocket throw, and now he's in a chase toward third base. They throw over, and Clemens is safe. He's all the way on third base. Wow. Now Jeter swings and misses at that curveball. There's one hit toward short. They rocket throw, but no one's there, and it's first and third, nobody out for A-Rod. There is they throw to home, but its base is loaded for Bonds. Not somewhere you want to be if you're the Bizarro fans. Oh, it's missed by the first baseman. Clemens is going to come around to score. And now the rocket throw, the ball is up in the air. That's going to score more runs. The pitcher's waiting for it, and he's going to throw home. They're going to get an out there, but 2 runs score for the enemies. It's 7-5, and here's Albert Bell. That one's hit deep out to left center, and will that stay in the ballpark? It's off the wall. The rocket throw comes in, and Albert Bell is running towards second. The run scores. The pitcher is going for it. Bell, now he stays at third, but big RBI for Bell, and the enemies are up 8-5. Cobb, he swings and fouls it over to the right. Now that one is thrown home, but there again, no force out. So first and third, 2 outs for Cap Anson. Now Cobb is running. That one's hit and thrown home, and nobody's there. So it's bases loaded for Pete Rose with only 1 out. There is a strike inside on a curveball. And another one. Let's see if he tries it again. Nope, tap toward first, but foul. Very close one there. That could have been a big hit for Pete Rose. Now a curveball for strike 3, and it's 2 outs for AJ with the bases loaded. Now, wow, another curveball inside, swung on and missed. Wow, that curveball is really confusing enemies' hitters, but AJ swings and hits that one past the first baseman. It's going to score multiple runs. There's the rocket throw. It comes in, and now 2 runs have scored. The third run's going to score. AJ is on his way to third, and he's coming all the way home. They finally have the ball, but now he goes back to third. That is 3 RBIs there for AJ, and the enemies lead at 11-5. Clemens, he led off this inning with a hit, and now he pops out to first, and finally the inning is over, but the enemies, after losing the lead, have scored 6 runs in the 7th. Maybe it really is lucky 7. Bizarro's up. Here's Turtle Face, and that one's caught by the first baseman and MCP Pants. There's a high drive out to right, and there's one more run back for the Bizarros. It's 11-6 as MCP Pants goes deep. Unfortunately for Bizarros, Dr. Weird has to hit for himself because there's no one else, and he taps that toward Jeter. Jeter's got it for the out. Mummy hits that well out to left field, and that one, it's a fair ball. It looked like it was foul, but they called it fair, and it's 11-7 on a home run by Mummy. Maybe it was the curse on the umpire that time. Carl swings and fouls it away to the left. That one's hit toward Clemens. He throws over to first, and we are through 7. The enemies lead it 11-7. Now a strike to Jeter for strike 1. And another one fouled away to the left. That one is hit well out to center field. Let's see if it's in play. The center fielder is calling for it at the track, and he's got it for the first out. A-Rod now pops it up. The shortstop is all the way out in left field, but he's under it. And look at the center field facing the wrong way out at the wall. Maybe he's just like Manny Ramirez out there. And Bonds hits one out to right, and that's missed by the right fielder, and Bonds on his way to second base. Rocket throw comes in, so Bonds will head toward third. Now he heads toward home, and the rocket throw misses, and Bonds scores, and the enemies lead it 12-7. Here's Albert Bell. That one's fouled away to the left. And that one's hit toward the shortstop. Rocket throw to first, and Bell is retired, but the enemies do tack on a run and lead at 12-7. Ghost hits one out toward Clemens. He's got it for out number 1. And we'll take a pause here as that one is an easy out, but there we go. The screen was being weird, and Clemens pitching to And he swings and misses for strike number 1. And that one is hit toward first base. They get the out. And that's the end of the inning. It's still 12-7 enemies. Here's Ty Cobb. And there's a swing and a miss on a curveball inside. There's a foul out to the left. And now Cobb pops it over to first base, and he's retired. Cap Anson swings and misses at a curveball. And then another one. Let's see if he'll throw him a third one. And there it is! And Dr. Weird strikes out Cap Anson on 3 straight curveballs outside. Pete Rose taps that one toward first. They tag the bag for the out. And we head to the bottom of the 9th. It's 12-7. And Clemens is going to go for it. He's pretty tired, but let's see, you know, if they'll start getting runners on, then they'll go to the bullpen. But Danzig is now down 0-2 already. And that one is popped foul to the left. There's the sinker, and it's popped up toward Clemens. He's got it for out number 1. Here's Turtleface. And tapped foul to the right. And taken by Pete Rose, and the Bizarros are down to their final chance, and it's MCP Pants. And that one's hit well out to right. Let's see if the Albert Bell is there. And it's going to be off the wall. And Albert Bell bobbles it. And MCP Pants on his way to third base. The Bizarros have no pitchers left, but they're going to have to bring in Santa of Claus to see if he can do something with 2 outs. And there's a base hit out to left. And a run scores. And now the enemies are going to bring in John Rocker to try to get one more out here. They still have Papelbon if they need him. And Rocker, on his first pitch, he throws out the runner. And the enemies win the series. They come back after being down 0-2 and win the last 3 games. Roger Clemens almost finishes the game, and he wins it. And the enemies move on to the championship series. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.